Well, the big news that we're talking about today is the aviation presser by Hardeep Singh Puri, of course, the Union Civil Aviation Minister, who gave few important details, certain unanswered questions that were in the minds of people, of consumers, from the consumer point of interest point of view. International flights, that's the big one coming, that international flights are going to be resuming starting this month through Air Bubble Pact, which is of course the bilateral Air Bubble Pact, where two countries come on negotiations and consensus when they're sure that they are in a situation to handle the pandemic and can open the international airspace for people to travel. Well, Hardeep Singh Puri conveyed in today's presser that India is negotiating with three countries, that is France, United States and Germany, in order to start off flights from this month itself. In fact, he also conveyed that Air France is set to be running about more than 20 flights in the next week, while United Airlines Delta will be running about 28 flights in the end of July. And of course, there are talks underway with Lufthansa Airlines, that is of course a German carrier, in order to of course start certain kind of progress on that note. The Aviation Secretary Pradeep Singh Kharola also mentioned that the conditions for traveling on an Air Bubble Pact is going to be limited to only the necessity and need of travel. It's not going to be allowed for everybody to travel on these flights. It's going to be a very need-based and going to be an additional service besides, of course, the Vande Bharat mission that Air India and now private airlines have also been involved in. Hardeep Singh Puri also conveyed that domestic airlines that have been running with 33% capacity will be likely increased to 55% capacity by Diwali. That's also again dependent on how the pandemic is faring and if there's going to be any betterment of it. Meanwhile, the fares that have been decided, the price cap that was decided for it, still remains the same and probably will be of course extended for a certain short duration, which is likely to of course expire next month, but will be likely extended for a shorter duration, and that people will have to pay as per the price cap. Another important point that Hardeep Singh Puri also of course mentioned is on the Air India disinvestment, where a lot of questions were posed on Air India's leave without pay scheme, to which Mr. Puri, who is the Minister for Civil Aviation, answered that if they have to survive the airline, they need to take certain cost-cutting measures, and these measures will of course be beneficial for the airline to be at least in the industry and to survive, rather than of course seeing an end for Air India. These are the latest highlights from the presser of Civil Aviation today.